a new plate to share with you today. It is our new dinosaur plate. And I thought I would start by peeling it for you. Make sure that you remove your protective layer. People who are new don't know that, so we don't just assume. So there we go. Now we've got a plate that's all ready to go. And I've got some nail pops here ready to go to put together little Manny for you. So we'll just start with this image over here. And I'm going to use polish number 38. And I wish I had my Megan here to remind me what the names all are, but I don't. I miss you, Megan, all the way in Australia. All right, nice light scrape. Even lighter on the pickup. And then when you go to the nail, press and hold. It's kind of the opposite that we are used to with the old style stampers, where you push down and sort of mash down to pick up off the plate, and then you lightly roll over top of the nail. So with the clear stamper, it's the opposite, which is a little tricky to get used to, but once you do, like anything else, becomes a habit. All right. And now for these images here that are going to fit right in there, I am going to use two different colors and pop right across with that one, number 34. CJ's PJs here, number 7, those. And move kind of quick because they will dry up on you if you take too long. I'm going to do a nice light scrape and then an even lighter on the pickup, but check out how well that picks up. And then we are going to take our time lining this up where we want it. Just looking at sort of two of the white triangles and sort of eyeballing it as you finish. That's pretty good. These are a little off, but all in all, I think it still looks very nice. So there's one done. And now you could hit that with a top coat. A smear not top coat is our no smear top coat. Or if you're using gel, these are actually a tack-free top coat that I have top coated over top of our own polishes, number 64 and number 7 CJ's PJs. So at this point here, if you wanted to go tack-free over top and cure it, you could do that as well. Or even with a tack or a matte top coat, or whatever you like, whatever look you're going for. So let's move on to the next nail here. I want to do on one of the blue ones, so let's give ourselves some room here. I want to do for you the volcano. Okay, now I want to do on this blue guy here, we'll show you the volcano. So I'm going to use slate as the base of our volcano. Nice light scrape. A little lighter on the pickup. There's a little void at the top, but I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to come along with the lava afterwards and fill that in. It'll be all covered up, so it doesn't matter. And I'm just using a lint roller to clean my stamper. Now, to make the lava look a little more realistic, I'm going to marble it a little bit with number 63, which is Scarlet Letter, and number 22, which is Clementine. And I'm going to give those a couple of scrapes, so where you put them doesn't really matter. And then really light on the pickup. Nice. Clean it up a little bit and go right to the nail. Move that right down. That little bit of shimmer off of that Scarlet Letter is really cool. It looks hot. Looks like it's actually hot. Okay, I'm gonna move a little quickly here and see if we can use what we have left on the scraper to do the spurting lava on the top. Let's see if it'll lift. Nope, it's a little bit too long. Okay, we'll get that cleaned up. And then go ahead and apply again to those little drips.
They say humans are social.
Sometimes if you're fast, that works.
But you can live pretty well by yourself.
But when you're yammering on like I usually do, it often has time to dry. All right, a couple of scrapes here again. Some light on the pickup. Drop those guys right over the top. There we go. So for the, I guess it's a pterodactyl. I have to learn all these. Dinosaurs, oh my gosh. Polish names and the dinosaurs, I can't keep up. Okay, so I think we'll use, let's go slate again. Well, hold on. Is that a little too close to our, oh, it's too stone cold for his body. Number 15 is stone cold, so I'm gonna put his body down first. Nice light scrape, light on the pickup. And we'll put him flying right there.
So it doesn't matter if I'm there or not, right?
Just afraid
Let's take the slate and do it again. So he'll just kind of have a
you distanced
bit
yourself.
of a shadow. Because he's kind of disappearing in that color. So let's give him a little bit more life there. And then you can just sort of offset it just a little bit so that you still do see both colors. All right. And then I think I want 77, which is lush leaf. We're going to use that as his wings. I'm just going to scrape to the side. Nice light pickup. And we'll take our time just setting that in around his body and sort of underneath his arms there. And press and hold. Make sure it lets go. There we go. Little pterodactyl flying over our erupting volcano. All right, for this next one, I want to do some foliage. Let's set these guys aside. I always like to move these aside so I don't end up over stamping onto them. So I want to put a little bit of foliage on this guy, and I want it to kind of not fade into the background, but I don't want it to be the focal point. So let's use this little fern right here, and I am using number 38, which is Mystic Moss. Give it a scrape. Look at this, I'm picking up two. Let's use them both. So clean up around there. That guy can go that way. And this guy can go that way. Perfect. Now with this one, we're gonna layer. This little guy doesn't have a layer. This guy does. This guy does not. He's all on his own. That's perfect. I just like that little bit of green popping through there. But I'm gonna use, for the layer on this one, Sassy Monster here, just a little bit of a shimmer. But it's gonna cover up a good portion of that. And make it fade out a little bit. I always like to clean up before I go in. Take your time, shake it into place, like I do. It still pops out pretty good. All right, so now I want to take one of our dinosaur skeletons and pop him across there. And let's do him in slate so that he's visible, super visible. Stone could work too, but I think based on how light that last one was, it'd probably be a little bit too light. So, this guy. Love these always like to go straight from my plate to the nail. So I'm going to use this guy and his layers and bring in just a little bit kind of up here. So I'm going to flip my plate instead of trying to turn my stamper. And I think I'll use this great big one. I'm not going to use the whole thing, I'm just going to put part of it on there. But I'll pick up the whole thing anyway. Then I have options. There, like that. And do the same thing with details. Maybe we'll, no, I like the shimmer. A little bit of Sassy Monster, number 44. Perfect. All right, on to the next one. Okay, so for this next nail here, I want to get this guy in there somehow. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this full coverage without layering it. You can actually layer this and do a full coverage nail very similar to this guy, but I'm just going to use this as the outline, just for sort of a tone on tone to go in behind this guy, because I love him. He's got to be in this Manny. So I'm just going to start with this. Now my nail's not as wide as this or as long as this, so I'm not worried about covering the whole image. And then we'll just get that on there. So you can see there's just a little bit of shimmery detail then without being too dominating. Yeah, this guy, you know, kind of gets a little bit lost in the trees. I want this guy getting lost too. So I'm going to use the same color because I love that color. The slate for this guy. Now I want to get all the details and make sure he's well coated. And because I applied the polish downward, I'm going to scrape in the opposite direction and hopefully not create any bubbles. We'll do that. And it's super light on the pickup. Oh, love it. Let's see if that over. You know what? Put it over there so you can see it. Just where I scrape, there's a little teeny tiny bit of extra detail here that I don't want on there. So I'm going to do it one more time. Probably drive people nuts. Doing it again, I want it to be perfect. Okay, so let's clean this off. Make sure that there's nothing left. You leave any polish in those teeny tiny little details and it will affect your pickup. Okay, so just time here. I'll make sure I scrape a little bit harder this time just to make sure that there's not that stuff left behind. Much better. Got all that detail, you want to make sure it's all perfect. Okay, now put him on a little bit of an angle so we can get as much of his tail as possible. Straight down. Love it! Oh, love how it covers almost the whole nail. Really cute. Alright, one nail left. And I think, what are we doing this next one? Need to have, all these guys are going this way, so we need somebody coming back this way. So what are our options? How about this little cutie? And then what with him? What with him? Maybe just some, let's layer these guys up, little footprints. And let's layer them with, we'll start with stone. I like these guys, they're super cute. Might not need them all. I'm going to cover them all. I usually end up deciding that kind of thing once I'm hovering over top of the nail, depending on how long it is. Clean up a little bit. And get 3 of them on there. walking into the scene. Okay, I'm gonna clean that up a little bit. Cotton. There we go. And let's do the outline in slate. I tend to do that when I'm doing a mani, is just kind of pick out my main feature colors, and that way you can sort of keep everything cohesive so that all the nails sort of go together. Perfect. Don't need to clean that up because none of that's going to touch. And then take my time, sort of lining up that bottom one first. Press. Hold it down for a second. Perfect. Oh, that's cute. You know what? I think that's all I would actually do on that nail. There's so much going on with all the other ones. I think that's all I would do. Let's pick up this guy and hold him over top and see what it looks like. And then we can decide if we want him there or not. And I'm gonna use, what is this? Mystic Moss, number 38. I'm gonna use that one and see if we like the way it looks. I haven't cleaned this off yet. It'll be quick. A little flick. Lighter the better. Yeah. I don't like it. I think I'll just leave it like that. Done. All right, so we'll post the colors that we used underneath, and thanks for watching. Love it when you guys join us and check out our little mani ideas with our layered plates. Have a great day.